What up, y'all? Appreciate you showing up, hanging out, listening to my dumb ass. Like and subscribe. Hype. So. Everybody's been, I don't know if it's up in arms or whatever, but they've been talking about the whole Netflix GTA trailer thing. And I'm of two minds. One, it's only 6 hours. Which it's not a big deal. Honestly, I'd probably be working, probably won't be able to see it anyway, so whatever, right? But, not everybody's the same. I don't even know what day that falls on, whatever day it was, 27th or whatever day it is. But the other one, which is the more important thing, is that it's about looking at these companies and how they're maneuvering. Now, it was brought to my attention, I don't know if this is true or not, but they did the similar thing with GTA 5 behind I forgot what website it was, but it was locked behind a paywall of sorts on a website. I don't know if it was the same time period, whatever. I was unaware of that, or I just forgot about it. Doesn't matter. But like in the grand scheme of things, it's not a big deal. But like I said, watching these companies, watching these corporations, how they're maneuvering, how they are making deals to make money, right? Now, Take-Two getting with Netflix doesn't harm the industry. It doesn't harm video games, right? As far as content creation, maybe if you're a super content creator, you gotta have the fastest stuff. You gotta be first. Then if you don't have Netflix, then I guess you're gonna pay, right? Or you're gonna wait and then suffer and not get as many views. I think that's the only thing that this is all about, really. It's about FOMO, blah blah blah, all that stuff. But me, I can wait 6 hours, right? But once again, going back to corporations, this is a first step. I mean, it's been happening before, but this is the first step. Now, one thing I do notice is that Sony, I mean, we've known this forever, right? Sony copies everyone. They copy whoever is successful in their eyes. And so, when, GTA, when Take-Two's like, no physical discs, only digital, right? Sony's like, oh, that's the green light. Let's go. Followed suit. So now, what's PlayStation going to do? Are they going to start, advertising on Netflix or something? Possibly. I mean, they already sold their movie rights to Netflix, I believe. I think that's why all their movies go to Netflix first. The Marvel ones, anyway. Also, a tangent real quick. So I watched Spider-Man Brand New Day over the weekend at 4DX. It was like a roller coaster ride. That was great. I've noticed that I don't know who it's been. I don't think it's Sony themselves. Maybe it is, or maybe it's just idiot fanboys, ponies, donkey, unicorns of the like, that are saying Sony's Spider-Man Brand New Day. That is a little disingenuous, okay? Because it's Marvel's Spider-Man. Because Marvel owns the IP, Marvel Spider-Man. Now, just like the game, it says Marvel Spider-Man because Marvel owns the IP. Sony owns the rights to make the movies in live action form, and that's it, and that's all. As far as like the Miles Morales stuff, the animated stuff that they're doing across the Spider-Verse movies, I am not sure how that works. You know what I mean? Because as far as I understand it, it's live action, or maybe it's just film rights in general. So as long as they release a film in the theaters or whatever, then they maintain the rights. I think it's a 7-year. 7 year is the longest they can go without making a Spider-Man IP movie without losing the rights. And that's why you always see a Spider-Man movie by Sony within the 7 years. I mean, it's been less, obviously, but that's I believe that's what the time is. So if 10 years go by and there's no Spider-Man movie, it's going back to Marvel. They will never let that happen. That's why we get Morbius. That's why we get Craven. That's why we get all these trash Spider-Man movies. Honestly, I'm like, that's kind of That's kind of sus. Y'all are reaching for that, the Spider-Man universe thing, and they get credit for that. So I'm like, all right, whatever. Just because they had a Spider-Man poster in the background. Anyway, it doesn't matter. But calling it Sony's Spider-Man Brand New Day, yeah, they produced it, but they didn't. I mean, the production made the movie. So technically they can say that, but once again, it is disingenuous because creatively, nah, bro. It's Marvel, it's Tom Holland, it's the director dude. Totally forgot his name, my bad. And whatever. So, I mean, that's just semantics, honestly. And a lot of people are ignorant. They think that Sony owns Spider-Man. And I had this argument with somebody a long time ago. And I'm like, they own the rights to make the movies. They do not own Spider-Man. There's a distinction, but they couldn't understand that. We look up online. It says Sony owns Spider-Man. I'm like, even the online is stupid because it's like they own the rights to the movies, but not the IP. But they didn't distinguish that in I think it was on Wikipedia or whatever. I forgot where it pulled the data from. But once again, it's a long time ago. So anyway, we all know that Sony does not own Spider-Man. But, Sony wants you to believe that they do. And part of Asha's her mission is to take all these fallacies that Sony has constructed and convinced everyone of, and to, change that. Now, honestly, Asha's sitting back and she's watching Sony implode. She's like, they're doing all the work for me because it's not about Spider-Man right now. I mean, Spider-Man is making all that money, but does Spider-Man, the movie, help PlayStation? A little bit, some people like, the other day I was looking on Steam. I was like, I wonder what Miles Morales is costing right now because I wanted to, buy it or whatever. Right. I was thinking about like before all this stuff went down with PlayStation, with the no physical disc and stuff. And I looked down there, it was $20 minus whatever percentage because it's usually $49 or whatever, $50. So it was like $20. I was like, oh, that's cheap. And then I thought, I don't want to support PlayStation in any financial way at all. It's like no disc, no buy, right? It's like I don't care. I like Spider-Man, but I don't need Spider-Man. Come on, bro. Just like I don't need Wolverine. I mean, they're nice stories, nice characters. Oh, that was a cool story. I'm moving on. There's more important things in life than fictitious characters. Although they do, bring a little levity to your brain sometimes, but whatever. There's all kinds of other things, all kinds of other fictitious stories and such that can do the same. And when you tie together the dumbassery that PlayStation is doing right now, Sony is doing right now, even Take Two, Strauss Zelnick he's becoming a great piece of shite. And Sony's just gobbling it up and following in his wake. And I'm like, I hope that Xbox doesn't do the same. I don't think they will. I think Asha is intelligent enough to understand the market and the industry, but at the same time know what she needs to do in order to win. And basically that's what she wants to do. She wants to win. She wants to be the biggest and the baddest, the GOAT of video games and entertainment, right? Paraphrasing, but that's what she wants to do. And so what does she need to do? She needs to be better than Sony. She needs to do better. So it's not about actually doing the opposite. It's doing what she feels is what is beneficial for us gamers, and when we're happy, she's happy because then she can present Xbox to us and we'd be like, that's dope, and then spread that amongst the casuals and such. Now, once again, Sony is doing a lot of damage of their own brand and they don't care, and that's even more damaging. And it's like, oops, we're sorry, and then you forget about it in 6 months. No, they're doubling, tripling down. Nobody's gonna forget about it because they're not letting you forget about it. And I mean, Sony's not letting you forget about it, and people are not letting you forget about it. MBG is now a PC gamer. Did you ever think that he would jump from PlayStation to PC? That's crazy, right? I just watched Alex's video, and he was in Alex's chat, and they were talking, and he was like, yeah, I got a whole bunch of people gave me like 50 PC games and gifted me, and I'm like, oh, okay. And I never really had a problem with MBG as far as like his show or whatever, because I did sub to him way back in the day. I think he was still Xbox at that point. But then, like a lot of these guys that I subbed to back when I was green, I was just like, boom, sub. Oh, video games, boom, sub. I wasn't cognitive of the console war in that respect on YouTube, and so I was just like, I need video game content. Let's go. I just subbed to everybody who was talking about video games, right? And then I guess he flipped at some point. I actually never watched him. I watched him a couple of times, and I was like done because the show was like too long, like 3-4 hours or whatever. I'm like, I ain't got time for all that. Just like Sacred Symbols. The only reason why I get into Sacred Symbols is because he has chapters, so you could just boo go to the good stuff, because it's like an hour and a half of them talking about freaking life. Which is not, it's not a slight. It's just like, I want to hear about the video games. I want to hear how you trying to spin this and all this stuff. And that's one of the main reasons why I listen to Pony and Donkey Unicorn content, if I do at all, is to get their perspective. I want to see what they're saying. Because while there is merit to staying in a bubble of content, I feel that knowing thine enemy, if you will, for lack of a better phrasing, knowing the whole story, knowing all the facts or what people are saying is equally as important too, because you can have a full kind of opinion or, statement or whatever about said, you can say, okay, I can see how that makes sense, or yeah, they're stupid, or whatever the case is. So that's why I do it. But anyway, going back to the GTA stuff, the thing about GTA, like, GTA is cool, right? But people don't realize that the reason why GTA is so successful is not because of GTA. It's because of GTA Online. GTA Online is the reason why they sold 89 trillion whatever, how many copies they sold, 70 something million copies. Actually, it's 100 something, right? I don't know. And people don't Ponies and Donkey Unicorns definitely don't realize. They just think GTA, it's the most successful. It's like, why though? Why? Because it's not because they sold a bunch of copies of the game outright. They didn't do that. Strauss Zelnick, clever dude, he bundled the game with the shark card. So every time you bought, say you're playing GTA Online, right? You're like, yo, man, I need me some shark cards. You go buy a bundle of shark cards. Guess what? The game comes with it. That counts as a sale. That's why they sold so many, because every time somebody bought a shark card pack, they got the game and they counted it towards another sale. Is that a little That sounds a little, let's make the numbers what they really aren't. But technically, sure, we sold them another copy of the game. They already had the copy. So it's not like they're playing 12 copies of the game that they bought because you decided to include it with the shark cards and stuff, right? So I'm like, yo, I don't know how this loophole happened, but honestly, I'm gonna tell you right now, Sony will try to do that. They'll be like, oh, can we sell? What can we sell? Can we sell Break-In, right? And then we sell Break-In Battle Pass, and the game comes with it, and it counts as another sale. I'm telling you. They're gonna try. I'm surprised everybody's not doing that foolishness. And like Minecraft, does Minecraft do that? I don't think so. They got servers, and you buy the game, and it's one of the most successful games, if not the most successful, most sellingest game. But anyway, all these, it's business. You still look at these companies. You got to watch the most successful companies, corporations, and then watch PlayStation copy. Watch Sony copy, because they have been doing it for decades. And at this point, it's laughable. It's like a parody. It's like, y'all, we're waiting for PlayStation to copy. I mean, they're literally copying the Xbox playbook from 2013, except not really, because they're doing a worse job. They're like, yeah, let's just double down. And it's like, and the funny thing is, Strauss Zelnick, like he admits that, oh, there's still physical, vinyl and stuff, but I'm like, dude, you guys, this is not how it's done. And I understand that these C-suite people, these corporations, they feel, this is, I will fault Steve Jobs for this, rest in peace, because he had said at one of his like Apple key, conference keynotes, whatever, he said, we will create paraphrasing, we will give you the thing that you didn't know that you wanted. We will make the things that you never thought that you wanted, but and then when it comes out, then, oh, we want that, basically. And that's how like the iPhone got popular with the touchscreen and all. People wanted like real keyboards, right? And then they came up with the touchscreen, and everybody's like, oh snap, I didn't know I wanted that. And that's how that came about, right? But this is different, because I mean, it was a simple solution. It was, you keep physical, you just lessen the production, because it's naturally going down anyway. You just meet where the numbers are. You say, okay, well, last year we produced 500 or 100 million physical discs. This year, 500,000. That's how much we're selling. So that's how we're, fine. And then the next year, less and less and less, until it's like barely non-existent. But the reason why they want to do it is because they want to make all the money real quick right now. They don't want to ease. They don't want to naturally descend or naturally eliminate the physical discs, let the market do it for itself. They want to artificially do it, and they're pissing everybody off. And so now, instead of being the good guy, instead of being the default, you're losing people. Publicly, people are like, yeah, nah, we're good. No more play. I'm not, first time, I've always been a PlayStation fan. Not this time, not buying a PlayStation 6. No this, no buy, blah, blah, blah. Now, some of these guys are full of shite. Some of them aren't. MBG said, he was flip-flopping. He flopped. Now he's a PC gamer. He's still going to buy, Wolverine and whatever else for PlayStation. But I think past that, like PS6 comes, I don't know. I mean, maybe he'll still buy the exclusives, but everything else, as far as being a PC gamer, or he'll wait for emulation. I don't know how far he's going to go with it. That's the thing. So whatever, who cares? But he's just one fish in a giant ocean. But these corporations are tripping, and it's not even like the console makers or the game makers. It's the hardware. All these RAM. These RAM makers, Samsung, and now the new one that's coming out that Apple's trying to deal with, and all these other CMXT. Is that what it's called? Anyway, yeah, it's a new RAM dudes from China. So it's like, yeah, now we got some more competition, which is good. So I hope somebody else comes up and then messes up their market. And I hope two other people other corporations come up and start making RAM so that they can mess up their market, because that's some bullshit. What's happening right now is bullshit. If the RAM wasn't happening right, the RAM and the storage stuff wasn't happening right now, we wouldn't be like in such like, oh man, this is crazy. How are we going to afford this, or how are we going to afford that? And all these companies trying to figure out how they're going to sell us these super expensive boxes. And some of us would be like, I'm going to buy it anyway. And some of us are like, And some of us are like, yeah, I can't afford that. I can barely afford my car payment, which is crazy. And like, once again, that stuff is kind of, I was gonna say crescendoing. It's not. It's spreading throughout every technological industry because of the nature of it. But anyway, sorry, super tangent. But the whole GTA thing, I watch it that day, that night, whenever the 6-hour thing happens. It's not a big deal. People signing up for Netflix I already have Netflix, or I have access to Netflix. But I watch it on YouTube because I don't care. And I'm not buying it anyway, because I played GTA 4 almost to completion. I think the last mission, like I said before, I was like, I played GTA 5. And what really got to me was like, I was like playing it. I was like, oh, and they have like the same audio cues on certain things. And while that's cool, I guess, for nostalgia's sake or whatever, it hit me a weird way, and I was like, oh yeah, this is GTA. Oh yeah, I forgot. Oh yeah. And so, I mean, the fidelity will be higher, but at the same time, I'm like, so I'm gonna run over here, do this, but it's the same game, different location, different characters. So I'm like, how can they make it more different? Is the story gonna be that much more enthralling that I'm gonna be like, oh, I need this, is the best? Nah, bro. And that's why GTA Online is why, you see all the different things. They have the little car stunts, and they have all kind of crazy stuff with GTA Online. And they have the RP servers, which they bought, the company that made those. So now you see, they know where the money is. They know where all the players are going to go. So GTA isn't going to jump off until the PC online version comes out. That's what, and that's how it's always been. So, the hype around it is great for them, but it ain't going to blow up until, whenever they release online for PC. And that's when we'll see. That's when you'll see, oh my gosh, it's selling a whole bunch. Right now it's selling a bunch because they charging $100 for the actual game. And people are sheep and they think, oh, this is cool. And I'm like, I'm gonna just watch some GTA on YouTube. Not even like the whatever thing, but like when people start posting it and playing it, and I'm gonna look at it, I'm like, yep, that's GTA. Next, I'm gonna be playing Fable and whatever else that's better. Oh, what's coming out? No, Gears E-Day is gonna be a beat. Anyway, I'm sorry. I appreciate it. Like, hit me up in the comments below. Let me know what you think about Netflix getting trailers, businesses, companies. Is Strauss? What the hell is Strauss doing? He's becoming an evil overlord overnight. Him and Sony, they're both super evil. How'd they become so evil so fast? This is ridiculous. Anyway, they probably were always evil, just didn't say nothing. Shh. See, when the evil corporation, Sony's been quiet for a long time. Why? Because they evil. And they speak, you see the evil words, appear in space in front of them. And then you're like, oh, y'all are evil. Okay. Never mind. Anyway, I'll talk to you in the next one. Till tweet.